Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise, and I'm so excited because I got something new to play with. And it's by Charlotte Tilbury. And honestly, y'all, I really do like her products. Like, I don't necessarily know if it's really worth the price point for some products, but some products I truly think that it is worth it. And even if you could find the alternative or dupe, as they say, I, I don't, I just don't think they are. Like, I just don't. I mean, they're similar, sure, but they are different no matter how you look at it because that's not her formula. And there's just certain things to be said. Now, I don't have a full face of Charlotte Tilbury, but I am going to do that because I do have a full face for the most part. But for today, I'm basically just going off of her newest launch, which is the Beautyverse palette, a beautifying filter for your eyes. And you all, this thing is gorgeous. I mean, it really is. The way it's set up, I mean, you're not going to get too like crazy of a look, you know what I mean? But it's so pretty. And the formula is easy to work with. The mats are just, they do the work for you. And that's true with all of her eyeshadow palettes. Some are better than others. Some color stories I like more than others. Um, but I've always loved her longer palettes that she's released at holiday, except for last holiday. And I do like this one too. Now, her 4-pan palettes, some of them I like, and really, I think they're wonderful. You know what I mean? But some of them, I'm like, it's only 4 shades for that amount of money. You know what I mean? It's preference, though. But do they all perform? For the most part, they do. They really do. And then her blushes, you really can't go wrong, whether it be the ones that, have the darker color and then the lighter color in the middle, to, the palettes that she releases that's got the bronzer and the two blushes and then a highlighter, which I did use today, and I have no idea where I put that one. Or I have, oh, here they are. Like this one here, this is one of my favorite blush and highlighter palettes right here. And this one is for, what was this one? This one's Pillow Talk. And I think it was for the fair to medium. This one here. I mean, it's beautiful inside, it's beautiful outside. And then I have this one, which is called the Glowgasm Face Palette in Lightgasm. I mean, y'all, I hit pan. Look at that. I hit pan on that bronzer right there. I love this bronzer and I love this highlight shade. The two blushes are kind of just a little, well, I mean, this is the blush. This is considered a multi-glow, I guess, this one. And then this is a blush, but they're very shiny. You know what I mean? And I like more of a matte blush, to be honest, because I don't want to show my texture if I don't have to. But are they gorgeous? Yeah, they are, just not so much on me. You know what I mean? But the bronzer and the highlighter in that palette, chef's kiss. The blushes and the highlighter in this, chef's kiss. Now, I had the highlighter I got and the blush. I only got the one. I got the lighter one, in which the highlighter, though, is like barely holding on in this pan. I keep having to repress it back in. It is different. The blush and highlighter are different than what I have in my other palettes, but I don't necessarily think this is a necessity. It is beautiful. I'm wearing it today. That's the highlighter in the blush. But I don't know. I do like it. It is good. It really is. It's pigmented, the blush is, but easy to blend. The highlighter is a natural highlight in a way. The light bounces off of it, you know what I mean? It's not showing too much in my into the texture that I do have, which is nice. But for me personally, like I own a lot of blushes and highlighters, so I kind of didn't need it, but at the same time I wanted it. I love pink, so I really couldn't go wrong there. They did have another one. I think I would have been able to use the blush in the other one, but I don't think I would have been able to use the highlighter as a highlight, maybe as a blush topper, but I don't really like blush toppers. So, but the palette, that's the main thing. So let's get started and I can tell you about it. So the first shade we're going to go into is this one right here. The one in the middle, the brown. We're going to start with that. And I will say you do get a nice gradient effect if you went across the top rows as far as like browns go. And I do think you could go for a more barely there look. Maybe if you use that pink and then the contour color. It just really depends on like what kind of look you're going for. I went for the two darker mattes because I wanted to just see how well they build, how well they blend it, and you know, see what we got on the first go around with the palette. Now I will use the other two mattes in the second look I do, which should be up shortly. I got so much going. I have all these Halloween palettes and everything, or October palettes, I guess, because they're not all Halloween, but like these colors just blend just so beautifully though. And I mean, effortlessly. And you can build it. You can definitely get that color darker if you wanted to. I don't. We're going to take that same shade and run it along the lower lash line. I'm not really for sure what else came out in this collection other than the palette and the blush. I'm sure probably a lipstick or something, which I am wearing Bond Girl. Yeah, lipstick, lip liner, and then I topped it with the Walk of Shame in that plumping lip gloss formula. I don't know what that's called exactly. Whoops. Wasn't that one. I don't know where I put it at. Oh, there it is. I lose everything, you all. This one here. Whatever these are. Some sort of... Y'all couldn't read that if I wanted to. I just know it says Walk of No Shame. Walk of No Shame. And I will say, using this palette, you're going to create a really fast look. And it's basically on, you know, do you like these metallic shades? And I kind of think it's not like the Mario palette from last year at Christmas, which I think they just released again on Sephora. Oh my gosh, grab that palette. That is an amazing palette. The Ethereal Eyes, I think is what it's called. Yep. This one, I kind of think that's where she was headed in a way, but smaller. Because these shades, these metallic, they're beautiful. They're amazing. And you can see a difference. Like some of them feel like topper shades, but some of them are like bam in your face. Okay, so now we're going to go into this darker brown. And this is an all-in-one palette for me. So it goes light enough to dark enough for me and my skin tone and what I, you know, like to do with the look. And I mean, it's just so easy to create a look. It's kind of flawless, really. Which is good. If you're anything like me and, you know, you're not a makeup artist and you may struggle with blending, you're not going to struggle with blending with this palette. And you are going to create very almost ethereal looks, to be honest, with the palette. Like, I kind of can't complain. I do like her longer palettes, I won't lie. I do. But at the same time, this one's not bad because, I mean, it's still easy to store. And it is different, you know. It's different for the brand anyway. It's not different in general. Like, there's a lot of companies that make an eyeshadow palette like this. But it is different for the brand, and, you know, that's good that they're switching it up, changing it up a little bit. Alright, now we're going to go into this, like, blue. It looks blue, but then it's kind of like a silver, but I don't know, it's just so pretty. And depending on how you lay it on, like how the light hits it, it could be blue, it could be silver, like, just depends on what kind of light hits it, to be honest. But it is gorgeous nonetheless. And you could spray your brush or even use your finger to get more of a metallic effect and more opaque, make it more opaque if you wanted to. It's just whatever you're wanting to do with your look. But, you know, I don't spray with a brush because I need to know what it's going to do. And I didn't get fallout on the other side when I did it, so I'm hoping I don't on this side. Okay. No, I spoke too soon. I got two little pieces. Yeah. So that's good. They do brush away. And like I said, if you notice that, you can always, after you put it on even, just take your finger and pat it down. The warmth of your finger is going to pat everything into place anyway. And it's not like it really comes off that much, but yet there it is. And now I won't get fallout either for the rest of the day. We're going to go into the champagne shade right here and pick it up, and we're going to pop it in the inner corner. Ooh, goodness, that would be beautiful all over the lid too. I don't know if you can see it. This is more, I don't want to say it's a topper, because I don't feel like it is, but you could definitely make it as one if you wanted to. Alright, we're going to take that same dark brown and we're going to line the lower lash line and the top lash line. The next look that I do with this, I will do a full face of Charlotte Tilbury because I'm pretty sure I have everything to do a full face. I set my under eyes and the rest of my face basically with the Flawless Setting Powder. And then the bronzer, I told you, the blush. The contour, like around my nose and stuff, and jawline is from her bronze, that film star thing. And then the eyeliner I used was this one here. I love that. That whole pencil is just beautiful. You got black if you want black, but yet you have a nude, but the nude is like very, it's champagne-y. It's kind of like a sparkly. It's just so pretty in the waterline. Alright, now I am getting fallout with that shade that I used on the inner corner, and I did on the same on the other eye too, but just so you know, I think I'm going to add just a little more blue right in the middle here. And the same with this eye. I mean, it's just so pretty. It really is. Alright. Charlotte Tilbury. we're going to use the Push Up Lashes in Pillow Talk in, what's that called? Dream Pop. Love this color. Oh, my mirror's over there. Shoot. I'll use this mirror. It's been a while since I put this mirror out. Alright. It's not too dirty. And I'm going to apply this to the top and bottom lashes. I think it's about time I buy a new one of these. I do like this. It's definitely a brown, but it's more of a burgundy brown, which still isn't the brown like I'm looking for just to have it every day, but I do like this color too, just because it is different. Do be careful not to poke yourself in the eye with it. And I will say this, it's kind of takes a second to figure out the best way of using it too, because it's not like a regular mascara. The wand is definitely different, but once you get the hang of it, your lashes do look really good. I will give it that. And I don't necessarily have the hang of it, but I figured it out good enough. But I don't play with it enough, and I should, to really, you know, get the best benefits out of it. I'm really trying to wiggle it up onto my lashes. This side just does not want to cooperate like the other eye did, but that's alright. My eyelashes like to be a pain in the butt, for sure. Oh, let's get it in my brown next. Alright. Oh, I forgot to blend out that lower lash line. I'll do it in a minute. Okay, I think I got it about as good as I'm going to. Maybe the next time it'll perform better. It's not the best. But I do also think that the mascara is getting old, and it's about time that I retired and buy a new one. But at the same time, it's not awful either. But it is not the best, for by no means, but it's still good, and I do adore the color, and it is definitely something different for sure in my collection. I think that looks really good now. I think we got it to where we needed it. So, but overall, what do I think? I like the whole thing. The blush, the highlighter, the eyeshadow palette. But I could have just bought the eyeshadow palette and been fine. I don't regret buying the blush because I love pink blush. I do. And I love Charlotte Tilbury's highlighters, because they can be like beaming from the god, you know, but they can also be very subtle and natural and work with your skin type and texture and everything. So it really depends on how you apply them and how much of it you apply. But overall, I adore the collection. I'm loving the eyeshadow. Like, I can't wait to create another look using this palette. So that tells me I'm going to like it. I feel like it's got that champagne shade in there. It's got like I don't know. I don't know what you would call. Like this, I feel like is the champagne. And then you have this one here. So either one of these two on the lid with those browns are going to look natural. Let me swatch these 5 shades here that are... Ooh, Lord, that blue really picked up. I didn't mean to do that. Because I feel like those are your special shades, you know what I mean? And some feel very smooth and creamy, while some are feeling more gritty, I guess. Almost like it's supposed to be a topper and not a... I need my wipe. There you are. Come here. Wipe that shade off. And go in with this one. Alright, that one's a gritty one too. So I can tell you now that that one is too kind of gritty, but it's definitely more. So the blue and the pink feel like the same formula. And then the other 3 feel like the same formula. So this blue and this pink are the same formula, very smooth, very creamy, where these 3 here have a little more of a glitter, like you can feel the, you know, glitter to it. So this one's smooth and this one is smooth, which you can kind of almost see how smooth it is by just it blending out. But you see how like it looks blue and then the light hits it, it kind of looks silver. That one there's the one I used from my inner corner. That one's smooth. That one's like a topper too, that purple. And then you have that one. I do think there's enough opaqueness in them for them to be by themselves, especially if you have like a glitter primer or something. But I think they're probably glitter toppers in a sense. But overall, I mean, these shades are just, I mean, they're beautiful, you know what I mean? And I think there's a little color, they're a little pop, but yet very everyday. So I ethereal even looking, like I said. But I really like this palette, you all. Like, if I was going out of town, of course, I don't take my Natasha or my Pat with me. Maybe the mini palettes, but not like their main palettes, because they're just too expensive. And even though this one is expensive, and it was limited edition, although, again, I think I heard it's back, it's 4. These are the 2 palettes I would take, for real. If I had to go somewhere, I'm taking these 2 as my eyeshadow palettes. But luckily, I don't go anywhere, and I have all my babies right beside me, so I'm lucky there. But if I were, I'm taking them. But overall, I think the look turned out good. Let me know, did you purchase this palette? I will use other shades in the next look so that you can get an idea of those 2 on the lid. I'll definitely try to use the ones that I said were gritty so that you can get an idea. But let me know if you purchased this. Are you thinking about it? I think it's only available on the Charlotte Tilbury site still. I didn't see it at Sephora earlier today, so hopefully it comes to there. But let me know, what did you think? That's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday unless there's a newer launch. And I will see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye.